Eric Muathe, Muathe.com, March 3rd, 2016. Here we are seeing the market having a nice slight positive gain for the day. And as the market is recovering over the last 3 weeks or so, the question now becomes if the market is ready to move. Now, I have a little bit of a feeling here that we still have to wait for a little bit of more evidence, because some of the stocks that have recently been trying to break out, for example, TSE, which was breaking out actually today, trying to move above the previous weekly closing high of 32.45. This is on a weekly chart trying to break out, but as of right now seems to be back below 32.45. A good market generally tends to show that strong stocks hold above their previous or their breakout level. So also here we can see that on the daily, take a look at the previous intraday daily closing high. We were trading above that today, and right now we are back below that. So now the question here is if this market is strong enough to maintain breakout levels. So here's one that is stalling. Of course, bulls would like to see the stock move back above 32.45, which would also be trying to suggest that markets are healthy. There's another one that was breaking out yesterday that I've been watching also here, OME, and you can see the breakout level here on a weekly basis was the stock trying to hold above 24.37. So 24.37 was the buy point trigger on a breakout level. Problem is right now we are seeing the stock move back below after staying above that for a couple of hours there as of yesterday's close. Take a look at the daily, and the daily will show that it is now back below after testing the intraday daily closing high there, or the daily closing high of late last year. We did not close above that. In other words, this is also a failed breakout, and we see that the weekly breakout is also failing now that the stock is trading below 24.37. So really a little bit of another question mark as to the health of the market going forward in a true bull market, or in a market in a true recovery mode. Breakout stocks tend to be holding on to their gains. In fact, they figure out a way to continue moving higher. There's one more that is still holding above the breakout levels that we can continue watching for health of how the market is responding. And here we take a look at EBIX this week, breaking out above the previous weekly closing high. So we can see this one is successful as of right now. The level that it needed to be above was 37.37, and right now trading above that. So as long as it's trading above that, this is a stock that is potentially one of the leadership stocks if the market is truly gonna move higher. I do note here that on a weekly chart there is some type of resistance on the weekly RSI. So again, another question mark. So the health of these breakout stocks generally are gonna tell us how the market looks to, or how the market is looking into the future. If they can break out successfully, then the market is positioning itself to go higher. Otherwise, if breakout stocks are stalling, then it means that the market really has no momentum and has no reason to bid stocks to the upside. So healthy breakouts are good for markets, and failed breakouts tend to suggest that markets down the road are going to be weak. So right now we are playing this. 2 out of 3 are failing. We'll see whether this one is going to hold or not. Eric Muathe, Muathe.com, as always. Good luck, peace, and blessings. ECS.